Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Gelmig, and today I'm reviewing the Mcfarlane Toys Godspeed, a figure I've been wanting for a while now. In fact, so much so that I was considering buying that white Flash, the Hot Pursuit Flash, Injustice Flash, and repainting it to make it look like this and retooling it a little bit. But Mcfarlane Toys announced that they will release this, and they did, and I am so glad to have it. Finally, Godspeed here on our shelves. So is it any good? Yes, for the most part, but there are some things to talk about, so let's get him out of this rotating base and talk about Godspeed. Now, before we talk about the figure itself, let's talk about what comes in the box, which is the usual DC display stand, which is fine, I guess. It comes with the collector card, which is actually mirror image. If you notice, the hand on this side, the open hand is on the left side, whereas the crazy hand is on the right, whereas it's mirror image here. But the biggest downside to this is that you can see how bright yellow gold it is here in the collector card, whereas it's more of a bronze color on the figure, which not a big fan of. I would have rather this yellow gold, this more gold color than this bronze. But the bronze looks nice. It looks nice enough. You can see the hand, they haven't added in the ball joint yet, which we can talk about that later on. So yeah, that's the first big gripe of the figure. The yellow is not, or the accents are not as yellow as I would like it to be. And then of course it comes with its two lightning effects, which, as much as I love the lightning effects, my issue with this one is it doesn't really fit in the figure as well. You saw it in the opening, fitting in the hands, but you really have to finagle it to actually get to stay. Of course, it stays now because I'm in a review, but this one in particular, it's really too loose for him in general. What I like doing is sandwiching it between the fingers, and you can see this one coming out very easily. Sandwich it between the fingers, so you can make it work, but it looks cool on the figure once you get it on, but getting it on is a pain in the ass. Honestly, this could have been done better. It looks cool, almost there, but it could have been done better. Now the figure itself, we've already talked about the color of the accents. For the most part, it is clean. For the most part, you can see up here, I don't know if you can see that, it's not exactly the cleanest application. The logo is not the cleanest right there. But I think the rest of the figure, I have not seen any application that's not very clear, or clean, should I say. In terms of details, coming in close for that, focus, there you go. He looks cool. All things considered, he looks really cool. Coming into the head sculpt, one other thing that is different from the card, which I actually like, is that they did add black trim around the eyes. You can see that. You can see the black trim around the eyes. There you go. As opposed to the more bug-like card, which I kind of like. In terms of the details, he looks amazing. He looks just like he came out of the comic book. You can see texture on the, if I can capture that a little bit, you can see there's texture all around the suit. It's not just on the arms, but there is a lot of texture going on there. So really nicely done. Just giving it a 360 for you guys. Now the wrists are white, painted in this bronze, and I get it. They have no other part that's molded bronze, so of course they painted this white, because it looks like this whole figure is molded in white. But it wasn't, I mean, it's a wrist joint. It wasn't done very well. Like, you can see it flaking over there. So that's unfortunate. And like I said, you can see that there is no wrist here in the card. There is a wrist here. It's okay. Not that big a deal. They're doing a good job in terms of not making it just a ball joint, a circle. So I gotta give them props for that. It's not perfect, but it'll do. It'll do. Going down these legs, you can see a lot of stitching right there. Stitching, it's wrinkles wrinkles in the jeans, and the pants are there. Very nice figure down to the boots. Again, everything is molded white and painted in this bronze color. You can see the ankle is not your typical ball ankle, but it acts like one. They actually molded it, the ankle, so that's pretty good. It seems like the toes are made of a different kind of material because there is a discoloration between the foot, the toe, and the joint. So it's not a perfect coloration, but under normal light, it looks good enough. You won't be able to notice under regular light. It's just that I have all my lights shining on it, so you can see all these imperfections. But otherwise, he looks cool. He looks really, really cool. I'm gonna say it again. I wish the bronze was more gold, but otherwise, oh wow, this completely missed the mark on the paint. You can see there's a tip here. But that's Godspeed. Let's go through his articulation real quick. He does look up just a little bit, look down a lot more. Again, the double ball joint, which is really nice. So you can get him posed a lot. This is his torso is on a soft rubber, so it is coming off a little bit. You can see the cracks right there. Because of that, it's kind of hard to deal with this butterfly joint. It's kind of a pain in the ass, actually. So you can see it coming out there. It moves. It pushes onto the joint before it actually moves. So what you want to do is you want to push it in first. You want to push in this butterfly piece before you can move the hand up. But it will move up and down normally, if not for that. You can see it moving up all the way, so that's very good movement. Of course, it goes around. You got your bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows looks much better than older Mcfarlane elbows. And these still act like the regular Mcfarlane ball joints. One more thing about the details, the hands look kind of weird to me. The palm section of the hand looks really, really thick, and then the fingers look really thin. So that's kind of throwing me off the look a little bit. You see it especially here. The palm is just really thick, while the fingers are thin. So I don't like that. I don't like that too much. In terms of his torso, he can move down that much, back way more. The bottom joint doesn't really do much. He can move side to side. Kicks forward just enough. Back not so much, hindered by his butt. Outwards, it's a really soft rubber piece, so it really gets caught in it. Outward, very well. No thigh swivel as per Mcfarlane usual. Very nice knee joint. And then the double ball joint on the legs, on the feet, I mean. So up and can shimmy back and forth and spin however you want to. And of course, the toes. So in terms of comparison, he stands at around, we'll call it 7 2/5 of an inch. And here he is next to other speedsters in the Mcfarlane line. These two share the same body, so it's nice to see a speedster in a different body. And I don't like the Injustice Flash body. I know I said that I almost bought it to customize a Godspeed, but I had no other choice. So yeah, this is the normal speedster body that they use for their mainline characters, which is Reverse Flash, and Wally West coming up. So you can see how that stacks. He stands just about the same height, which is pretty good. You can see the lighting effects compared to Barry's lighting effects. A little bit different. And my standard comparison next to the Mcfarlane Green Lantern, John Stewart, and the Marvel Legends Iron Man. So, normal Mcfarlane toy height, which is pretty good. You know, it'll stack up nicely compared to your other Mcfarlane toys. So what is my final verdict on this figure? For the most part, I'm glad to have a Godspeed. And in fact, it's a pretty good Godspeed. but it's not a perfect figure. Taking quality control issues aside, it having the gold would have been better than the bronze. The lightning effects are kind of weird and not working out very well. You can make it work. It's not as plug and play as, say, the lightning effects that came with Flash and Reverse Flash. So that kind of sucks. But all things considered, it's a pretty good figure. In fact, I'm really happy with it that it'll fill the void of Godspeed in my collection. Could it be better? Yes. Is it perfect? Far from it. Is it good? I think so. Good enough. So that was my review of the Godspeed figure. Let me know what your thoughts are on the review or on this figure down in the comment section below. Do you like Godspeed, and were you waiting for this figure to come out? I would like to know all your thoughts down there. And if you like this review, or not, if you didn't, you can still like, comment, subscribe to this channel, and stick around for more reviews coming your way. I'll see you guys soon. Godspeed.